I'm a family outreach worker, so I support students who may be struggling. It can be either self-regulation, or if they have stuff going on at home and just need someone to talk to. And then I kind of assess and then do referrals if we need to do outside referrals for potential diagnoses with mental health specifically. And I'm going to throw ADHD under that umbrella. And if it's something else that's like a learning need or something, then it goes to our classroom support teacher. And so that's kind of what my role is. And then to go and do groups in the classrooms, like workshops, if required, on different subjects. So I've gone in and done, again, self-regulation, growth mindset, those type of workshops in all the classes. I also do a leadership team with the students and help them engage in leadership activities and, giving some good ideas to this principal on how to make the school more fun. So that's just some of the things that I do. I try to go out of my way to make as much relationships with all the kiddos as I can. So I feel like I have the best job in the school because that's my job is to make relationships. And so now if we're going to jump over now to the collaborative response, I think it's really allowed teachers to understand the value of the role, because I do know most of the students. I do know kind of a lot of what's going on with the students outside of the academics. And so it creates such a robust conversation in that balance between academics and, their mental health and capacities. And so I feel within collaborative response, I wouldn't have at first thought how the role could be such a benefit. But again, when we get in those conversations within my group, it creates such a great conversation on how the two work together, and then how I can provide strategies in the classroom for some of our students that may be struggling with anxiety, depression, ADHD, those sort of things. And always, teachers are always looking for concrete strategies. And so that's where, for me, it's like, okay, if they're having a bad day, maybe only give them like 2 questions instead of 10 questions, or allow them to work in a quiet place. So it allows for those conversations that I don't think there's been a space for directly with teachers with my role, right? Because I have conversations all the time with Joe, but not necessarily with teachers on how to, support these students in the classroom, because they don't end up on IPPs usually. So that's been definitely a benefit of being in the collaborative response. And I think that's a key part to the role of a family outreach worker within collaborative response, is just recognizing how they work together and how they can impact their academics, and how teachers can put strategies in place. And often, whether it's ADHD, anxiety, or depression, the strategies are going to be the same. So if you put in universal strategies, you're going to support all those students with those diagnoses, right? And so it becomes more universal. So then they get less dysregulated, which means I have less students coming who are dysregulated.